Not a good start. Where are we? When we are apparently live. Alright, yes. Right. Hello everybody. Welcome back to the stream with me, Sid. And been doing a little bit of work around the place, just getting well, tidied up that. As you know, I've done some walls. I'm now expanding these walls, and you needed to be those ones. So just finishing these off. I'm not going to get all of the walls done. I'm certainly not going to spend the entire stream. Hi, how's it going? Just doing these things, but you know, we need to get these walls are taking age. And yeah, just getting these bits on. I've kind of got the process, I think, down now to the point where I'm more efficient than I was. It's not TFC. No, it's not TFC. Yeah. Anyway, let me get this down. We should have some of those. Those are the sprucey ones. They will go on to the dark oak logs, and then that will be another nice section of wall done. Anyway, so hopefully everybody's had a good week since the last time we spoke. Mine's been pretty good, including just let me get and that's it. Good. Whee! So we're about halfway, maybe a little bit longer around the island now. We got across there, we're always around to there, and that is looking pretty good. So what's been going on with me this week? Stuff. That's what's been going on with me this week, and there's not enough bloody room in there for all of these things. Let me just get those and put those away, and then we can go and do some tidying, get myself together, and we can do whatever I'm doing. So in terms of what's happened, well, I had my coronary things. Yeah, can't take all the credit. This was mainly from the comments, and as you know, it's kind of evolved over the last few episodes. So I had my my annual coronary review, and the good news is I actually have got a heart. The more realistic news is I will live. No, how do I put it? I had my review. So since I had my review last year, so when I had my review last year, my blood sugars and were pre-diabetic. They're now normal. My cholesterol was stupidly high. It's now normal. My blood pressure was stupidly high. It's now normal. Pretty much everything's normal. And to put it in terms of a red dwarf joke, and we are going to live. I should have some cobalt in there. Good. So that's been good for me. I'm waiting on the all clear for to go off. There's a drug I'm on which is basically stops the blood getting sticky. So consequently stops it sticking to the stents that are stuck in my arteries permanently, day in day out now. And as a result of that, because I have that thing going on right now, it tends to be a little bit of a case of if I cut myself, I bleed like a gutted pig. I really do just bleed out badly, and consequently, it's not. How do I put it? It's not the end of the world. But I'm just going to pop these in here, by the way, just temporarily. This is a birch one. Bang. What are you? You are you are dark oak. You are spruce. I just want these out of the way, but they need to stay in the area. Oak. Just so I've got them as templates. So I would rather. I've got my eye on a new tattoo design that I'd like, and you know, it's not necessarily the best. Oh, I meant to put those in the bloody food thing. Best thing, but you know, it's because I bleed so profusely. I'm reluctant to have a tattoo until I'm off that drug. So I was hoping that I would get off it this time around. Oh, actually, that's a thought. Changes to the rules. The food's all now stacked properly. So yeah, no more of this faffing around with things not stacking. They all nicely stack up as you would expect, which is handy. The cow's doing well. Little cow in the jar. He's working pretty good, and I should go stick these sticks away as well, and then we can start thinking about what I want to do next. I want some dirt for starters, and let's think. Let me take some cobble or two. Oh yeah, how's it going? Yeah, so I'm just waiting I'm just waiting basically on this all clear so I can go ahead and get this bloody tat that I want. Well, there's a couple I want, but you know, there we go. What else is going on this weekend? Been mainly doing housework, work around the house, not housework, work around the house. So we're having a new ensuite bathroom fitted next week, and consequently we want to how do I put this? We want to get on and do some bits. Now this here is ugly. I don't like that. So let's have a think. I would like to grab some of this grass, especially some of these ones here, because they're just not in the right places anyway. We need to get like a roadway system put in and start planning what we do. And the first building we're going to need to work on as a matter of priority is the town hall. That's the word I'm looking for. Oh, come here, you. Bum, 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 bum. Right, so what we've got going on down here is a little bit of oddness. Let me just fill these in like that. And you've got these funny little shapes here now. I'm quite happy to have, it's not the end of the world if they're there, but I would prefer them not to be there. So the easiest way of handling that, of course, is to just fill them in. I mean, they are chisels and bits anyway, so this is something that I will probably do as we go. Thanks. And well, you know, this just tidies these bits up around here. Now the other thing we can do, which I will probably do in a few places, I'll just get a few more of these topped off until I've used up my grass blocks that I've got on my personage. I think so. Yeah, we're having it ensuite done, which means that I'm just basically going through sorting the. God, I don't know why it is, but we have. Oh yeah, we have, and I'm sure I can't be alone. Other people must have this. We have a god awful amount of crap built up over the years in our various rooms around the house. I honestly and genuinely could not believe just how much crap we had. So yeah, tip runs have been the order of the weekend for one bit. Yeah, I do think that definitely looks nicer. I mean, it's going to be a pain, but it's not that big a pain. It's just a bit of a pain, and you can obviously come in here and fill those up. But I do think that looks better. Just do that with the corners, it makes it quick. Yeah, probably. And then of course what we could do is just get in here and just, you know, fill those up a bit, should we want to. I'm not going to go mad doing a whole load of real micro chisels and bit stuff, but that's a plan I'm going to do around here. Now in terms of the path, I'm going to most likely work like this. Across here, and hi Jason. Although I got told off for saying I had OCD once, saying that OCD is not a trivial thing, which I never said it was, and technically speaking I've never been diagnosed with OCD, so and I think that was more the issue that was the fact that I was saying I had OCD when in fact I don't have OCD. I have just, you know, if not an obsessive compulsive disorder, an obsessive personality, which is not quite the same thing. And you know, that's fine, fair dues. I'm not gonna lighten anybody's experience, but well, welcome. Want to lighten anybody's experience with that. That's the thing. Now, where's my? Let me actually get these. Because I'm going to take these out anyway, so we'll have these blocks. Undo, bang. Grab those out, and then we'll just put some ordinary dirt in there. And then we need to get the old chisel going, and we'll go and start off with my favourite block. And just randomise these a little bit. Yeah, then well, yeah, it was called the Mage series, which will be the next one. This is Not TFC, which is a mod pack, Jason. So it's called Not TFC because the objective is to try and emulate Terra Firma Craft without it being Terra Firma Craft, because obviously Terra Firma Craft doesn't exist in one well, in one anything. Terra Firma Craft is in 1.7. So yeah, the objective is to try and reproduce that using 1.12 mods. To a degree, we're successful. Not obviously, there are differences, and unfortunately, where's my pick on? There we go. Unfortunately, there's the differences that we can't really do a great deal about. But yeah, in terms of server play, that will be when we get when Not TFC, not when Mage updates. Right, so that brings us a little bit out here. Now, what do I want to do around here? Do I even want this ditch, this drop off? I think the answer is no, we don't. Maybe we should just clear the whole lot for starters. Oh, we've got bone meal, haven't we? And yeah, maybe that's there. So the plan, I think, is going to be, I'm going to let this grass over because I don't want to ruin it, but I think we'll come up here. I suppose we should also grab all of these and put them away. Win. I was just wondering whereabouts in Scotland. Wian, is that a Ouija, or is that just more a general Scottish term? Anyway, let me get this stuff, put some of this stuff out of my inventory. Potato, you can go in there, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't belong in there, but it can go in there. Let's grab some more dirt. And let's fill in that hole, because I am disliking that. I don't like, what's the word? I'm not a fan of these builds where everything is made flat and even, but I'm also not a fan of too much. In fact, you know what? Because sand is more useful to me than dirt, I'm going to grab this sand out as well while I'm at it, or at least the top layer of it. No builder's wand, unfortunately, which would make life a lot easier, but I think so. What else, we? Yeah, so in terms of this pack, we have updated today. I've put 1.7 on, which has got a few changes. For one, what's the word I'm looking for? The recipe for troughs and cheese pressers has changed. We've updated all the mods. I started with the new Tough as Nails mod, but it buggered up the times. I don't know why. But the new updated Tough as Nails meant that we started, when you joined the world, you joined it at night when you first created a new world. And the times were completely screwed up. So yeah, I don't know what happened there. I reverted that particular one, but there's a few other changes, some of which hopefully I'll get a chance. Yeah, there's the one. That's the one where you? Well, there's several, but the banished ones has got the nether version variety is in it, isn't it? If I remember rightly, these will die soon anyway. We're definitely coming into winter at the moment, so we'll take those out as well. But I'm very tempted just to level this. Off a little bit. Yeah, as I say, there's I know there's a pack. The one I'm aware of is the one where you play in the nether and you have to get out. But I think there was some before that, as I recall. I'm not 100% certain on that one. Never played them. Not for any particular reason. I just never got around to it. Alright, let's see. How are we getting on? So I think we can probably... Let's just take ourselves across to here for now. Should have enough dirt for that. Yep, I do. But yeah, the big one for me will be when I get to build Mage again, because Mage was a flagship pack for me. Right, let's go. Right, we also need to, I'm just trying to think, we need to fill this in here a little bit. Maybe not all the way. Let's see how it... I hate long grass for that. Yeah, the mage pack would definitely will be realistic, because obviously magic doesn't exist, unless of course you believe in that kind of thing, in which case you technically what I call a fruit loop. But obviously magic, real magic, doesn't exist outside of things. Let's go and we'll take our, if I kind of come to here, and then maybe down there, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, is that a bit big? I think that might be a bit large for the amount of space we've got in here. Do we need to have it smaller? I think we probably do, you know. That to me just seems a touch on the large side. And maybe a bit less structured, ordered as well. So maybe we can come out like that, and then maybe there, like this. And then, now we know that this is the point here that the road joins in, so we can kind of come off this way like that. That work better? I think it probably does. I'm going to strip this out because I can always chisel some grass blocks up and place them after the fact. And that will give us a shape to work with. And again, this is not going to be a huge settlement because the bulk of this series is done on stream anyway. So in terms of build time, we don't have as much as we would on, I don't know, say Simple Life 2 or something like that, which has taken over recently. Right, let's come from here. Nice big wide path coming down the middle here. Like that perhaps. I know it's a mess. But yeah, alright. Well, infinite is an interesting concept in its own right. And it's also a concept that we are uniquely unsuited to conceive of, because, you know, infinite by its very nature is, well, infinite, isn't it, really? Let me get some of these, and it's I mean, it's such a vast number that we can't conceive of it. There was a thing where they were talking about trade deficits of countries, and obviously what's the American deficit now? Something like $30 trillion. It's some absolutely mind-numbing sum of money. You know, really is mind-baffling. We as a species just are not mentally suited to even considering numbers of that scale or magnitude. In general, you know, obviously some people are better at it than others, but you know, so if we can't conceive of a trillion, then what hope did we have of conceiving of an infinite? And of course, Lovecraft would have been a classic example. He would have almost certainly had a world in which, you know, the infinite is what sends you batshit crazy when you lose your mind. Let me just put a few of those in here. I don't know whether I'm going to have enough to. Yep. What else? One over there. If we can squeeze, I can probably do that with just plain dirt, actually. Right, let's try and pick up some of this dirt and fill in some holes. So yeah, infinite is an interesting concept, and it's an interesting one to prove as well, because of course, you know, by its very nature you can't see the end of it. What was the best description I ever heard of the word infinite was, if you look up at the night sky, that is almost like looking at infinity. And that was an interesting, one of those mind-blowing moments. You swine. I don't need to have a drink in a moment as well. Not me personally, in game. My hydration's dropping. Bit of that, bit of that, bit of that there, bit there, bit there, bit there, bit there. I wonder whether I can find some... I thought there was a way to make gravel. Let me just check something here. Survivalist rock, when we haven't got survivalist rock. Okay, that's fine. Let's get a little bit of that going then, and we'll... okay. That gives us a space to work in. Now I need to decide what I'm going to do over here. Do I want to extend this so it's... I think we'll go down and we'll leave this space as is. We shall definitely convert you back over into that. And we'll get rid of that and that and that and that, and we'll not waste the space in the bag, because... So, what else has changed while we're talking about changes to the pack? The mods, as I say, have updated. The big change, the other big change, is I fixed that food bug. So Pam's food is no longer spamming the loot chests. Sorry for those of you who are enjoying that. It would have been, if you think those loot chests were bad from the stream last week, if you can imagine, the stack limit was up to 64. So once I gave it the ability to stack this food, these could have been like 64 deep, which would have been absolutely ludicrous. So yeah, that's a fix to the things. Now there is a change, and I need to... I will need... technically it wants to come out. I need to... Let me just get rid of some of this temporarily. We're going to need to just head out and try and find something in the world. Have we got carrots in there? Yes, we have. Okay, have those. It's an interesting concept, and this is one that I found particularly entertaining when pointed out to me. The term universe means everything. So technically speaking, when people talk about a multiverse, that's the universe, because the universe means everything. There isn't anything other than everything. Whee! Sorry, just wanted to have a play on those. I love those cataplants, they're great. That's starting to look really good. I'm enjoying that. Let me just go and just check. Did I leave? Obviously this is still running, and if we go and look over the edge here, we'll see that there is a very big hole going all the way down to bedrock. This is full. This is all full. Oh, hello. Gravel. Gravel, gravel, gravel. Gimme. I want that. While I'm here, we'll have that. Anyway, so technically speaking, it's not possible to think outside of our universe, because our universe is everything. If there is something outside of our universe, it is actually in our universe. And that one just bakes your noodle. It certainly does me when I start to think of it. But yeah, anyway, I need to... Come on. The problem is, there's a very good chance that I may have found all of the resources around here that will allow me to demonstrate this new little feature. And this is a geolysis update, and it is actually a really simple but nice little feature. I just need to find something to demonstrate it with, which is not the world. It's not. Get out of my way. Hello, woofer. The only problem with having these guys about the area is that they'll eat all of the sheeps and everything. Right, come on, cow. Don't need you anymore. You are absolutely more use to me as food than things. Chicken might be an interesting one to try and get a coop going somewhere. Or it's interesting. There's the sheep. The wolves, how they don't bother the chickens, but they do bother sheep. And I know from the years on the farm that you keep your dogs away from animals, period. It's just, you know, it's a good idea. A wolf really doesn't give that much of a damn about whether it's a sheep, a cow, or a chicken. Well, certainly a dog doesn't. And a wolf is just a wild, well, it's not his things. Hi, Pops. Yeah, there's an area around near me which has got a little bit, yeah. So I've been doing a little bit of work on the server, just testing it out in the server environment, making sure that things work the way they should do, and I've just managed to get to the point of having lots of iron and a forge. So go me. Haven't been to the Nether yet. I'm not that brave. Right, come on. One. I know there's got to be some over here because I've bookmarked a load of things. Somewhere out here there is a little pile of rock, of ore of some description. Doesn't even have to be a good one. It doesn't have to be one I really want. It just has to be a one that I haven't actually marked on the map. Yeah. It really is going out of its way to make life difficult, isn't it? Maybe over there? Possible. I don't think I've gone over that side of the slime boots for the win. Yeah, it's just the interesting idea is that if there are multiple universes, then they are actually the universe, because the universe is everything. If there are multiple ones, then it's still just a universe. I mean, it's an entirely academic point, because it's a linguistic structure that we've developed and created as people, you know, in the same way that that's a tree. It's possibly not a tree. If it has any consciousness, almost certainly doesn't think of itself as a tree. It's entirely us going, that's a tree, that's grass, that's a flower, that's a pig. The pig probably never even worried about what it was called as a species. So yeah, there's a human conceit that when we label things, we in some way change the world around us, and we don't. We just change it in our own concept, in our own heads. Come on, give me, oh, crying out loud. I just need one little tiny pile of bloody ore, one little trace of something. Well, if you do go on the server, at least you know your food stacks now. Sensible. Is that... Alright, I'm going for it. I saw slimes drop, so we'll go after them and all. Hey! Right. Come here, you little buggers. Come on, and you. That's right. There's a mowed more over there, isn't there? Ow! That's just they're getting the revenge for me wearing their siblings on my feet. Alright, well, that got some slime, which is always useful. It's not what I came down here for, I'm sure. Somewhere over here I saw... I did. Here we go. So, bauxite. I actually don't really care. No, server's not down. The server needs updating to the latest version, but it's not down. Anyway, if you find these and you want to bookmark them, shift right click. It will automatically place it into your journey map as a marker. So that was that was the big geolysis update. It's a nice little feature though. I think it's effective. Anyway, let's head back and try and do something actually constructive, and we'll get rid of some of that, and we shall eat a chicken gumbo. Oh, hello, Galana. There you go. Get that one marked as well, because probably at some point we're going to want lead for something. And that's still too high, but that's nutrient mod, I'm afraid. Right, let's get back up and out of this place and go back home and do some work. Yeah, so I will get the server updated. Well, now I've updated the pack, I can update the server, but obviously I needed to check everything out, and it is working okay, so that's always a good thing. Right, let's go and... This is the only way to travel. Well, actually, the only way to travel is with a slime sling, but we haven't got that, so we have to just make do with the boots. Don't get a lot of bounce off one thing though. Just go back into Twitch and do a down date. You can always go back a version, but I'll get it done later on this evening. Probably it shouldn't take that long. Probably about 15 minutes or so. The longest bit, to be fair, is actually taking the backup of the server before I actually update it. Which, you know, good common sense thing. You know, you back up before you break things. Yeah, right, where? No, link it all you like. If you can, I'm not sure whether linkies are turned off or on, but things. Right, let's have a look. Town hall. Again, the town hall doesn't need to be big, but it just needs to exist, and we need a building for that. And I'm thinking that we will place it back here. We can probably put a well in the middle. That might work. Yeah, town hall. Right, let's have a think. We need to follow. We need to keep to that structure, don't we? So first things first. Let me top up my water. And pop those in there. You know what? I'm going to keep the slime. I'm not desperate for dairy stuff now. I think my foods are fairly well distributed, so we'll just drop all of that off. Now, I wanted the gravel just so I could make some of the old coarse dirt, because I think that will go down nicely. And then we should have the wall, so we've got 42 of those for the clay wall, but we can make more, that's not a problem. And we need cobble. Grab those. So, keeping the theme. No, hi Wabbit and hi Potter. 40k minis. My God, I haven't played that in many years. I actually work just down the road from the Games Workshop. Well, from Games Workshop. So we need. What do we need? See, I think we still need to keep some timber into the lower floor construction. Maybe a little bit of spruce. So Reese is back. Our Reese is back. No, I want that higher up, further up. Let's go here. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and there. 2, 3. 2, 3. How do I want to do this? Yeah, these they had a 12-foot tall Space Marine outside the front, but after repeated attempts to steal by fans to steal it, they had to remove it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We can get away with that. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. So I don't mind if this will actually butt onto the back of that, which is fine. That gives me an alternative means up onto the roof there. However, I think I need to make you, let's have a look. You are 1, 2, 3, 4, and then ceiling. Yeah, I think they need to be 4 high. 4 high roofs make the place look a little bit more solid, a little bit more. It's not solid. Is not the word I'm looking for. I'm not entirely sure. Things. See, the minis I used to paint were BattleTech. I used to paint the battle mechs. I had quite a few actually before. I had my entire collection stole out the boot of my car in Manchester, which is really annoying because I know for a fact that the people that actually stole it would not want them. They would have just binned them, and it's a bit depressing when you think of it in that light. That, you know, you've got thousands of hours of painting, quite a lot of pounds worth of money as well, actually going into when you actually start to consider the actual cost of these things. And some little toe rags nicked them because they broke into your car, didn't know what it was worth, so they had it, and then they probably binned the lot, which is, you know, annoying. Technically and officially it is annoying. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, then you got 5. So if I can get, I don't want you there. Let me just try and like there, maybe perhaps that's the point that this will wrap around. And then we'll continue coming around this way. As I say, it doesn't matter that it butts up to the battlements, because it gives us another access point. We can obviously put a door out of here going up onto there should we wish to. Okay, so if I were to go and chisel a bunch of those to cracked. Now what I should actually do over here is I've just realised that this I didn't really give it the full treatment, just to give that a bit of random variation. That obviously helps just break up the monotony a little bit. Yeah, it happens. You know, at the end of the day, you sit there, you have a car, and this was going back a few years as well. So you know, car theft was fairly rife in and around the area. They used to break in for the stereos. Of course, these days there's not a huge amount of point to breaking in for a stereo, so they don't. It's not to put too fine a point on it. They don't anymore. They tend to break in if you leave valuables on display. Oops, undo. Right, so if I get you and go plop 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 plop, we can do the same again if I've got enough. That will be come out there, and then we'll get a little bit of this going over here. And we'll do something to make these a little bit more entertaining and interesting than they actually are anyway. That is the correct one, so we'll do that, and we'll do that, and we need a bit of that. That one. But yeah, you know, there's no point crying or getting too upset about these things. It's just part of life, and you know, they happen. There's a well-known sticker about it, a bumper sticker. Oh well, I don't mind. That can go like so, and then we'll do that, and oops, we'll take that out there. So that's the start of the front of the town hall. We'll do the same around here, and get a good mixture going along there. And yeah, that'll do us for starters, and then probably go with a slate roof again over there. We'll keep this kind of theme here, or similar to this theme anyway. How do I want to go next then? Right, let's get these, let's just get a whole load of this basement in. That's probably the easiest way forward, is to get that done and then work away from there. Okay. Then maybe what we like in the bag. Okay, so we'll get a little bit of that, and one of them, and then that, and that, and then we'll do the same up here, and then we'll get the windows in where we want to do them. But the windows will be easier once I know where I'm going to put the stairway in, so that's always a thing as well. I mean, it's something interesting when you come to build, when you start building in Minecraft. You know, sometimes there's these questions. You know, what do you build first? Do you, for example, go and build the down floor and then put the stairs in and adjust, or do you build the stairs first? And there is no particularly right answer. There are answers, but none of them necessarily right or wrong. like so. Like that. That's good. And then a bit of that again, like as that. Now, if let's go and get something for the floor. I don't want ironwood. I really want Murray pine. I thought I had Murray pine. I apparently don't have Murray pine on me. I need to go and grab some. That shouldn't be a problem though. Yeah, right, let's grab Murray pine. I wonder who Murray was and why he deserves a pine named after him. Probably better just to take that and then I'd probably also ditch that off. Then we can convert you over, and I think we'll just go with a straight Murray pine floor for the time being. Always shut your portcullis behind you. Right, so the obvious point where we're not going to have a great deal of freedom to build windows is back here, because you know you're looking at the wall. So this 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the ceiling, so that would come up here like that. Yep, that's fine. Then we can take you and just chisel you back. And you know, should we wish to, we can do this as well, and then we can take the Murray pine and then just get in up here. And I'm very tempted to, let's just do like we did in the castle, where we have an edge of a different wood. That works. No, that doesn't work. Because then, yeah, we got a perfect opportunity to have a doorway out here. I'll worry about the ground floor in a moment. This is yeah, like that. Right, where are we? So we're going to get this on here. So that comes around here, and then we're into the old pile of this. This is going to go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Hey. Then yeah, I suppose we should, if we're right. Let's leave the top floor for a second. All right. I don't use it. I'll be honest, I'm not a huge Discord user myself. I just find it somewhat annoying. Constantly alerting me that I've missed things or the updates. All right, so if we go 1, 2, do I want to do, I think we'll do them as long windows on this side. Maybe just the one on this side. Let me and a little bit of that. Leaves this back wall here, which we can, oh, bum, right, okay. So we can't do that one, so we're into this one for the time being, and then we need to get this one down here like this. I actually don't mind that those mix up as well. I can't pronounce your names, message deleted, blah blah blah. Oh, okay. No. Well, if it was, it's not something I did. It's possibly somebody trying to direct message. But it wasn't me. Right. Just get a little bit of you going. And then we'll do a little bit of this. I did say I wasn't going to bother with windows on the back wall, didn't I? So that would actually make more sense to therefore stick to what I said. So that's the lower floor. Now there is actually an issue here that I just spotted, which we could do with addressing. And that is if we take this and go and grab that, I can place this here and I can place it there, but anywhere else and it's going to look a little bit odd because of that thing. That there is an answer to it actually. Let's go and get these in first. Now my temptation is here is to actually take a snip out those corners just to tidy, just to make that look a little bit more, I don't know, a little bit less massive. And then if we take this and if I go, what have we got? One. Did I manage to make an even bloody number? Damn it. Well, that was unfortunate. Let me just take that anyway. Grab this and take that out. Copy that and take that and then change you back into placement mode and do that. That doesn't look too bad. One there and one there with the two in the middle, and then around this side we can do 1, 2, 1, 2, or yeah, let's just undo that and we'll do one in the middle. Anyway, where were we? So that doesn't look too shabby. Now there is a use for these, which may be potentially useful. We need to get up there and probably do some work and sleep the night off quick as well. Okay. Oh man, stretching. Yes, the vanilla server was particularly active. Where was I? Drinky. Our mage servers have had quite a few, reasonable number, not vast numbers. I'm not going to sit there and suggest that, you know, we had hundreds and hundreds of people, because they weren't. They were reasonable amounts of people. Okay, so if I take that goes there. Now if I take it over this side, how does it know? How does it know? I'm not complaining, but how does it know? And then if we do the same again, is it based on which quadrant you place it in? Don't know. Is the long and short answer to that one. However, we've got that going on, which means we can get our fourth layer up here. Hup. Damn it. No, we didn't quite make it. The mage pack is waiting on 2 mods to update to 1.12. Thorncraft and Blood Magic. Now, Blood Magic was not absolutely critical. I was prepared to go without Blood Magic if Blood Magic didn't manifest. However, Way of Time has started working on Blood Magic again, which is a major piece of news for me, because Blood Magic is probably my favourite magic mod out of all time, more so than actually than Thorncraft, for the reasons we've talked about previously. You know, that out of all of the mods, Blood Magic is the one that I would use most of the features of, more than even Thorncraft. Britannia also, but technically speaking, according to Vasky, Britannia is a tech mod, so you make of that what you will. No, that is not what I wanted. Come on, damn you. I mean, Britannia I tend to use an awful lot of, and I have to say that it is an awesome mod. Well, I don't have to say that. I'm not under any kind of advertising revenue, but oh, come on, gimme. Right, there's probably a way to turn these. I don't know what the hell it is though. It's not that, that's for certain. No. No, damn you. There. Seems to be based on that quadrant, that little tiny outline that you get. So we'll have a nice big window and that going on there. I think that works. And then we'll fill this wall like that, but I'm going to take that out there. Right, so we need more of that. That's a thing, and then we need to think about a thing. Thorncraft. No, I'm fairly certain it isn't. Thorncraft, last time I looked, was 110, and Blood Magic Azanor's only just started working on. Yeah, Thorncraft is 1.10. Blood Magic is also 110. If you're getting it anywhere else, there is a alpha of Blood Magic from February 19th, but you wouldn't want to trust it to things. So yeah, I just checked Thorncraft. It's definitely 110. Blood Magic is an alpha, but I wouldn't build a pack off an alpha. Right, what we got? However, Thorncraft I don't think will be long before it's 112. My only big worry, and I've said this before, my only worry with Thorncraft is that he'll skip to 113. Building ones is definitely of interest though. Right, so if I wanted to make them, it's just wood, isn't it? Which means I could use... What have I got in here in the way of planks? Ironwood I'd rather keep. Oak... Yeah, borrow them. That will do me. Are you being prissy about those being chiselled? Almost certainly. Of course it is. Why would it not be prissy about those being chiselled? Oh, maybe it wasn't. Maybe I was just being an idiot and doing the thing wrong. Alright, let's go and get that on. So yeah, I mean, if you find somewhere that claims to have... If you find a site that claims to have a mod in in a version that is not necessarily legit, always be a bit wary of it. Classic example for that is Thorncraft. Now this, right? I'd like to do that and that. Not Thorncraft. Yeah, Thorncraft. If someone says, "Oh, I've got Thorncraft," and it's in 111, and you go to Forge and Forge disagrees, then the best advice I have is don't download it from the site that claims to have it. The only exception for that rule is, or rule of thumb, is where it's the author's own GitHub. Now this side will solidly do that on, I think. Okay, so that's well, that's some work done. I would like to bring and there's a lot of problem with is it 9? Well, there's quite a lot of problems with rehosting sites in period now. You'll often see people say, well, what's the problem with using a rehosting site? And beyond the fact that often there's not a rehosting site will sit there and distribute mods that it's not entitled to distribute, thus robbing the mod author of any income that they may have from said site. Let me get you out. I am tempted. Let me stick a coarse dirt there. I'd like to stick a coarse dirt here. No, there. Let me just stick a few coarse dirts around in here as well, just because they add a certain je ne sais quoi to the entire thing. You can go there. We'll have a little bit of flowering. That can go there. That one can go there. That one there. That one there, and then armed with this we can turn this into a proper little walkway down, so we're getting there. What, Thorncraft or Blood Magic? No, Blood Magic was 112 according to Curseforge. Was alpha, not beta. Let's let me get that back. Let's have a peek. Mods. Oh, 112. Okay, let's just search Blood Magic. Right, on Curseforge, come on, where are you? Visit the project page. There we go. It's an alpha in 112. Beta was 111. And Thorncraft, which I can't spell. Is beta in 110. Definitely no 112. Not really. I run Windows 10. Anyway, what we're doing, we are going to sleep. That's what we're doing. And we are going to put some stuff away. I need Murray Pine. Moray Pine. Don't need you. What about slate? How are we for that now? Not a huge amount. Have I got any over in the thingamabobbits? It's possible that you've actually that the problem is with Immersive Craft and not with your Java, that it's got some flag set incorrectly. Usual things apply really, and if you're getting we're getting an error message about that, and there's no update for Java, then about the only thing you can do is downdate Immersive Craft. That's why when I do the updates for any pack like this, for example, I keep a list of the mods I've updated. In an ideal world, I'll rephrase this. In an ideal world, I actually will put this in as what's the word I'm looking for here? In an ideal world, I will update one mod, run it, see whether it works. If it doesn't work, I know which mod has changed, so I can take that mod back out again, and so on and so forth. However, I don't live in an ideal world. I live in this world, and sometimes it's not feasible to so the only option then is to, work in the not so real world, I suppose. Right, let's take that, go and get you, and then do that all the way across. That will give us a nice high ceiling, and also preserve. What's my bag looking like? Not brilliant. Let's change the placement mode and get rid of some of this. Yeah, So sometimes it's not possible to work in an ideal world and you have to update multiple mods at the same time, so I just keep a list of the mods as I change them, and that way I can always get back to where where I was. But if you can do it on a mod by mod basis, always do it on a mod by mod basis. It's just, you know, a more solid solution. Okay, right, so we got that, we got a floor, we got stuff going on, we need a ceiling on that, and we need to get some windows and doors and everything, but I need to go and check some of this slate if I've got any. Fingers crossed. We've got a whole load waiting in. Let me just close. Come on. All right, we'll do it that way. I don't know. Well, obviously I do know what's going on. There's again a mod. Boo, boo, boo. Right, have I got any slate? Please have slate. Damn you. Damn it. I can see it. There's slate there, look. There's slate there as well. Okay, I need to find slate. I also need to ditch a whole load of this junk I've got on me. Potato, seeds. We can drop all of those in there. Right. To cave or not to cave? That is the question. Well, actually, assuming I can find a cave entrance. Some mods do require Java 8, and there's no way around it, unfortunately. Although, as I understand it, I think Mojang are moving towards requiring Java 8 in the not too distant future. So, whether the mods require it or not, it will soon be a requirement of the game. Right, come on, we need some slate. There's got to be slate around here somewhere. Oh dear, what time are we at anyway? Loads of time. Haha, slate. I mean, it's in about the worst possible place you could put it, but that's weird. Alright, what have I got that I can use to block this? It's almost like that bone pile was absorbing the fluid. How much have we got there? 42, 43, alright. I'm going to have to break out of here and then work this from another angle. No. Come on. That's stone. Damn you. Okay, what have I got? Cobble. Cobble's good. What is the red lava thing in the castle? Red lava thing. I'm not sure of that description, but we will find out when I get back to the castle. Okay, grab that torch. Pop it there, just to make life a little bit easier for everybody who was watching. It's interesting when you're actually recording and streaming, the light levels that you see are actually much lower than the light levels that I see. And it can be a bit of a pain, because obviously I'm trying to record in such a way as to give you the best possible experience, and you know, for whatever reason, I'll just drink that, that'll do me. Right, well, that's a little bit more plus what we've got. Let's go and have a look. Oh, that's gone. That is was a cobble gen. I've taken it out on the basis I don't need it anymore, but it was a cobble gen, and I used bloodwood from the nether, which is fireproof. Nope, .jpeg to build it. So the only reason it was red, is because that's what I use. I use a bloodwood. I've taken it out now because it was utterly pointless. Right, where are we? Am I gonna and up and over and down? I suppose the obvious thing I could do is just rerun the quarry somewhere. Well, cobble gen's a fairly standard piece of tech for most part, anyway. If you play a lot of Skyblock, you'll build a lot of them. If you don't, you probably won't. But it's gone now. Look, I killed it. No props, folks. Okay. Let us. There's nothing actually that. While I'm feeling tidy, let's do that. I know for a given value of tidy, obviously, but you know. Okay, so if I want to get slate, we're going to want those, we're going to want those, we're going to want those, we're going to want that. Got that, coarse dirt's fine, that'll do as scaffold. Hey! Behave. Right, who is that and where are you? You're underneath me, aren't you? Yeah. There is, if I can find it, there is a cave somewhere down here. Down here, look. Which obviously leads to various places. If we get that on, we should be able to get in and, well, I don't really want you there. I hear you, sir. Hello. How the devil are you? You are dead. Oh, I can hear the skeleton. I just can't see the skeleton. Alright, let's... Can I do that? Just want to spread my torches a little bit better. I've probably got the means of making torches somewhere. Let's have a look. Coal, yeah. And stick that away. Right, that's better. Where is he? I can hear him. He's right down there. He's down there, isn't he? I know he's down there. Alright. Well, one place he's not is down here. Tinkers, you don't actually need to mine obsidian. You can make obsidian in a furnace once you're at a level. This is just dangerous. There's a ravine down over there. It's not really worth worrying about. So let's get out. He says, especially when there's a witch. Best place to find clay is in swamps. Will give you the best return for exploration. Alright, get me up. Okay, we're out. Right, what was I doing? I was doing the roof, wasn't I? Okay. Roofing 101. The other thing with these builds is I want them to actually be pretty close together, so let's just make sure that these are actually lit as well. Otherwise, I'm gonna regret it down the line. The one you need... No, deserts are not good for clay. You need to make that one the smeltery controller, which is basically 8 seared bricks in a thing. The tank, your furnace controller, is that with a furnace in the middle, and then the tinker's tank is there. So the one you want is that. Right, where are we? Let me get up here and get some of this going, and we'll start as we mean to go on. And hammer this around here. Typical. There's clay buckets. If you you can make, I know obviously you're looking for clay, but the early doors you get clay bucket, which breaks when you use it for lava, but will work unlimited for things. I think what I probably need to do at some point is actually record a surviving Not TFC, which probably wouldn't hurt. It's not a biggie to actually do. Right, that's a bunch of that. So when we can come up and hop. And there. Right. Damn it. Don't think I put chimney controllers in this, did I? So there's no point in me faffing around with those. Jesus, this is not going to go very far at all, is it? Whoa. That's really not going to go very far at all. Yeah. Where are we? And my base is not a million miles from yours as well, so if you were to go there you'd be able to have a look what I've done with the Tinker controller. It's fairly elementary. Okay, make me a bunch of those. Okay, let's see if we can't get this up. I'm going to need more slate, I know I am. I don't think there's any avoiding it. That's why roofs are so damn expensive. Okay, so we're definitely going to need to place that in the middle. And then, yeah, I mean, that's gone. That little bit of slate is now no more. I mean, it gets less as you go up, obviously, but yeah, it's a tiny little hobo hole. It really hasn't got much in it at all, but there is a smeltery, and obviously I can't log on to the server at the moment because I've updated and the server needs to be updated, which I didn't want that, which is a pain. I think we're going to have to, right, yeah, I've got a plan. Well, I've got several plans, but yeah, it's starting to look alright though. I'm happy with that. What time is it? He's getting on to night time, so let's just quickly sleep, and then we'll see about the plan. Let me just put that down for a second. Yes, not a major problem. I've got 3 more in capture ones. I did manage to get some. So, hi, random. Oh man, itch! Christ. Ooh, yeah, this way. I don't know what I'm going to do with all these spaces. There's plenty of space for little structures. Shut the door behind you. Because given the way that creeper snuck up on me last time, I don't want to take any chances with it. Alright, so how do I handle this? Anvils are always handy. Namely because they cost a damn fortune in iron, and right, so can I you know what I need to do is get rid of a few bits and pieces of random crap that I don't really desperately need. And then we're going to have to make multiple trips, I'm afraid, but that will so we'll take this back. What's the quickest way? Right, here's a question. Sorry, I'm getting distracted, but this is a question I want to answer. Can I use these things to in some way launch me over this water? One. Well, they'll definitely launch me. All right, let's try these out. And it's one way to get around. Okay. Yeah, this is a semi-hardcore style mod pack designed to be somewhat similar to TFC. It's never going to actually achieve the same. Oh, I've just had a thought. Sorry. I've just had a thought about a means of getting out this castle in a hurry. And I'm just kind of going, oh man, that's a brilliant idea. I want to do it now. Brazilian pine wood can go up there. We'll keep able to hold of all of. In fact, that lot can go up there temporarily. We shall place you and you and you and you away, and we'll go. Have I not got a cataplant? I thought I had some. Right, let me. No, my thoughts were immediately when I realised I can catapult myself across here. As can I catapult myself back out that way? Whee! I mean, I can certainly jump it with these booties. What am I doing? I am. Oh, the hell am I? Where am I? I've lost. It's what happens when you try and watch chat and. All right. So, very carefully, grab that and block that off, and then very carefully grab that and block that off. Creeper can do what the hell the creeper wants because it's not bothering me. Grab that. Okay, let's just pop most of that away. So 1, 2, 3. And we're going to place you back down here. Nope. We're going to give it an upgrade, and we are going to up the size to the maximum, and we'll center that there. I think that's good. They don't normally, or they certainly shouldn't do. He's I don't think if he was the one you're referring to, then I have no answer. Right. I haven't got a crafting table on me, have I? Crap. Right, need to go back and do some taking things back and forward malarkey again. Yeah, that would be more impressive if I had a donation link. But there you go. Wow, they are. That is pretty good as a means of getting around. What's scary is you do actually see people donating levels like that in streams. I mean, it is a scary sums of money. Anderzel, if anybody remembers Anderzel from the Minecraft server before he left Minecraft and went becoming a PUBG and streamer. Probably even a bot as well. It probably already there probably is a dark spot more than anything. That's the most likely reason. In my personal experience, they don't spawn outside of the areas that they can spawn. Speaking of which, we should probably do that. Make sure that this is absolutely spawn proof. Oh Christ Almighty! How much do I need? Right. Do I need all that limestone? No, I don't. Really? Just go down. We've got the honking great hole. The marble I will keep, however, because, it's marble. Ah. Oh dear. Yeah, I monetize my videos, and for no reason other than it pays for a microphone now and again. And I mean, it is really beer money. The monthly income I get from YouTube is in the region of about $50. So it pays, just keeps the equipment, buys new bits of hardware, whatever it may be, but it's not about the money. I have a job for that, and that is about the money. And to be honest, I struggle to understand how people can put their entire livelihood in something as fragile as YouTube or streaming. It's risky. Let's face facts. If you just have to look at some well-known YouTubers, and some of them, of their income has dropped. All right, need to go and find somewhere where there's not monsters nearby. There we go. But it is a baffling concept that someone is prepared to put their entire livelihood on what is essentially a hobby. Right, I think one more trip and we're good. I don't need money. Money is... It's a funny thing as well. I mean, money and age are I find, to some degree, or the need of money and age are to some degree inversely proportional. The younger you are, the less you earn, the more you need money. the older you are, the more you earn relative, but you've paid everything by that point, so the less you need. And you know, that's why I get to go on these nice holidays. And believe me, I do like my nice holidays. Wow, we've actually got this thing up to 10,000 blocks in it now. Okay, that should give us the last one. Let us hope it does. And launch. No. I'm going to have to come up with a system of cataplant launchers, aren't I? But no, it's, you know, I don't believe in Patreon as a certainly as a video creator. It strikes me as you are just a son, but I don't mind. Come on then, if you think you're hard enough. You can't, can you? No. And that's because you are crap. Perfect, and that just takes us to here where we can... Gimme. You know what? That really does actually need to be blocked off. Just because it does. So, armed with that, we can then get the double chest in here. We can pop that in there, that down there, okay, we need, what do we need? It's a hammer, isn't it? I think. Thought I had a hammer. Alright, maybe we can do it this way if I... Maybe that will work. Let's give this a try then. Yep, that is working. I've kind of trapped myself a little bit. Oh crap. Probably need to give myself an easy access point, but make sure we're not leaving anything spawnable, and that is doing its thing. It's not helping me with the immediate problem of let's just make this as reasonably safe or humanely safe as possible for when I come back here. It's not helping with the immediate shortfall of slate, but I used to do do freelance publishing for RPGs, for D&D actually. Wow, God, there's some power behind a couple of those. I want to experiment with those a bit in a bit. Whether we'll experiment on the stream or not is another matter, or whether we'll do it in recording, but yeah, and that's entirely understandable. There are many ways to make additional income, and but they're not always the best. They say I'm not a big, as I say, I'm not a big fan of Patreon. I find Patreon to be somewhat like begging. But then if you're a busker, I suppose then you are used to doing that. I still need to sort out this shortage of things. That will give me an option and get some more things. Let's have a look in one. Oh, let's have a look in here for starters, shall we? Hello. Don't mind if I do. I will be taking your slate. So yeah, for me, it's not about money. It's about I started doing this because I enjoyed building, and a few people said, "Wow, I like your building. How do you do it?" And I realised that I could make some videos and have a little bit of fun doing it at the same time, and that was entirely entirely why. I recognise other people do it for a living, and that's fine. I do find it ironic when certain peoples that I will not name bitch about YouTube policy or whatever, when the site that they gave them their income has never cost them a penny. That one strikes me as particularly bizarre. I may just fill that one in at some point. But, you know, each to their own. World would be a very, very dull place if we were all the same. Okay, any signs of any... Nope. I need more slate. I also need to split this out and break this back a bit at some point. Alright, let's have a look. I bet there's, because there's caves down here, we've been in them, and I'll bet I had a... Come on, I've been in this cave. I know that there was, well, there's a pretty good chance that we'll find, oh crap, that we'll find something that we can use in here. Like there, I can see it directly ahead of me, look. Okay, take it. Well, this computer, you can rest assured this computer didn't come from any YouTube or things. This computer came from quitting smoking, so it was my little reward to myself. Although it's getting on a wee bit now. The laptop prior to that was a salary sacrifice scheme from our government, so another handy little. Well, I suppose it is a cheat. Hang on. Fortified obsidian, reinforced momentum. What have I? I don't know. Thought this was supposed to be unbreakable. What we got going on down here? Out and out. Good God. Scared me half to death. You know, this slate is actually rarer than you think. Pretty underground mushrooms. A little bit of slate here. Which we can grab. I never thought I'd have to come caving in this pack actually, because it's not a requirement. You know, you shouldn't have to cave because the ore distribution is such that you don't need to. Let me just stab a torch over here. Was one of the rewards. So the wife is actually quitting smoking at the moment, and she's approaching it from a different tack. I quit through hypnotherapy, as you know if you've gone through my various life story episodes, and that worked for me. I don't think anybody would suggest that these things are universal and work for everybody. How are we doing there now? We got like, I'm just going to keep on going. Hello. I say I'm just going to keep on going, and I'll have that bit there as well. I don't mind if I do. Now I've not got a hammer in this, have I? Because there was no, again, there was no real requirement for one. Although it might be something that we want going forward. I love not dying when I'm caving. I used to die an awful lot caving. It was almost a regular occurrence. But I didn't really enjoy it, and then all of a sudden, like I've mentioned before on recordings, I've got a kind of a passion for caving. It's bizarre how I can go from not liking something to enjoying the challenge. And I mean, some of these ravines that I've been digging up recently have been challenging in their own right. Right, there we go. Any more for any more? No, that's the end of that. But that has given us a significant amount of stuff. The other thing to bear in mind if you're looking for clay is underground. But, you know, just use the same, because it does have the clay generator. I think it has a clay. Let me just double check it actually. I may be entirely wrong. We may not have underground clay generation. Probably not actually. I'm thinking we haven't got quark. We haven't got Pam's clay gen. So maybe we haven't. Alright, dare I go out? It's probably night time. It is night time. Dirt it. Dirt it. Dirt it. Dirt it. Oh, I see. Definitely worth investing in a good bow. Hey. Bugger. I've been lucky in that, to be fair. I've been beyond lucky in the general niceness of people who tend to play on the server and well, being ill will definitely give you a grumpy. I'm going to go for spaghetti and meatballs as my next dish. Right. Oh, and drinks, of course. Let's see whether we can get this town hall finished, shall we? Drop off this crap first, and that, and that, and that, and that, and that. We'll keep a stack of... I prefer dirt, actually, to be honest. Dirt's less disruptive. Right, let's see what we got outside here, making itself unpleasant. I was hoping to get onto this building today, but it's taken a lot longer than I thought just to get the materials for the roof. Everybody gone? Yep, there's a little bit of experience there, though. We'll have it. Not bothered about the rotten flesh. And we'll have your arrows, because why not? Could have done with them in the new Sid's Modern Life, which you haven't seen yet, so I'll not say any more about it. Season 2. And let's get out here. Hello? Anybody out there? Spider over there, look. Hello, Mr. Spider. Skeleton having a little swim. Can't see anything else. I'm out of render distance. Okay, that's fine though. Right, let's get back on this roof. Well, let's make some tiles first. We'll make 2 stacks. I think we're going to need them. We may need more. We'll deal with that when we get there. Alright, where were we? Before we got distracted. I know it doesn't take much to distract me. Oh, you know what? I left the slabs behind, which I'm going to need one of those. It's alright, I can make some, but it's annoying when you don't have something that you want. What are we at? 10 o'clock. Should just actually get this build finished, which will be a nice thing, because the other thing I wanted to do was work over there on the dock area, which is where I'm going to place my fish farm. The problem with that is I need to, because I want the fish farm to be run by an NPC, and the NPC is a zombie magnet, so we need to finish the wall and get the interior of this spawn safe before we can proceed onwards with the recruitment of NPCs. But this bit here, the town hall, is vital for NPCs. You need it because you put the food in there, and this is where they come to eat. Now I'm going to try, because I don't know how the hunger mechanics of this are going to affect non-player characters. Oh, we don't need a slab. Okay, that's good. And we've got enough of these. Excellent. Yeah, I don't know how it's going to affect the hunger mechanics. Oh, man. Get me one of those and pop that there. Let's go and have a look at that. Starters. Yeah, it's getting there. Right. We can get rid of the slate, and I can go and pick up some timber and glass. New modded, like, yeah, the old one. I'm trying to think. Just bear with me a second. Let me check. Is it this Monday or Wednesday that is kicking in? Sorry. Okay. One little eye, corner of my eye, keeping my eye on the screen there. So it is Wednesday. Tomorrow is the last one of season 1, and basically no, you seriously, it's not as bad. I mean, obviously this is helping me a great deal, but just go around spawn and follow the rivers around spawn. There are so many animals out there, it's virtually impossible to starve. The hardest bit is the dairy, which obviously you can get, if you can get a cow, you can do that. Now question, obviously you need the milk. That's the only problem. You need one thing of milk first. What was I doing? I was getting wood and stuff and glass and things. Get rid of you, and that and that. Glass. Let's go with ordinary glass. Let's get some sand, and we'll cook up a little bit, not sand, and we shall cook up a couple of stacks. Use the sticks as well for fuel. Definitely, that's a definite trick. Ironwood, I would like that, and I would like some more of those. So let me just get in here and do that. Glass, right. Rustic has got a whole bunch of The milk glitch, I'm not sure. Although now there's a milk cooldown, obviously, with the hunger mechanic, so there you go. It's kind of, it may have been fixed by that. What was I doing? I was going to go and look for something, and I can't. Rustic, that was what I wanted to do. Rustic, rustic lantern, rustic candles, beeswax, string, and iron for 4. 2 iron and a bit of coal for those. Yeah, it was a glitch from an early version of Animania, where the animals just spawned out of control. And I know it will probably look like they haven't been fixed, but I suspect they have been fixed, and it's just not filtered through yet. We got dark oak, so that's good. We can grab that and bring you back to, what should we go with? What would be a good, see, that's too smooth for my liking. Vertical planks, no, try that one, I think. So we got the, oh, hang on, we need to chisel some of this glass back as well. To what shall we go with? Grey bordered, I'm not a fan of. Actually, it doesn't matter. We'll go with grey bordered because it is actually very clear. So we got you. We got you. Let's go and see about some windows. Right, window. So, pop you down. Oops, we'll grab that. I'm going to need a new chisel at this rate. And then we're going to take out a plane there, and there. And then we're going to do a line there, nope, there, and then we can come in and we can grab a connected material. I don't want it to be quite that big, but doesn't matter, we'll sort that in a moment. Nighttime. Connected material. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, oops. 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 with a little tiny bit there as well. Get that done. The Sand Tower of Fail. I love it. It's just such a wonderful sounding place. Okay, so let's go in here now, and we're going to go 1. So if I take it there, so that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we've got. No. Like that. And again, connected material. And then if we take some of this, well, they've got the opportunity. Whether they will is another a complete another matter, but well, that's your issue with that, and I don't like that. Okay, so we'll place that one back. Grab the chisel. No, wrong. God damn it. That's the one then. Alright, so we are going to get the line tool and we're going to just basically fill this in like so, and then also if I can get myself in there. Probably easier to do it this way. Gives us a nice window. And obviously we can then go and take that, change into placement mode, and we can do those. And I realise that we haven't got the actual edges in because, you know, we're not actually there right now. We will borrow that texture again upstairs as well. But right now, let's just get this lot put in. Now we can take you and we can replace, and this one will be a replace all of these. And I realise I've just replaced the odd non-cracked affair, but you know what, we'll live. Because that works, you know. There's no point getting too upset about this kind of thing. I'll leave that one. I'll go back and get the cracked one in a moment. Bit of that, bit of that. There's a cracked one around there. That will give us... That's going to give us the wrong thing, isn't it? Is it? No, it's all right. Crack one there. Excellent. And then the top one, which again, if it replaces a bit of cracked, how it'll live, it's not a major problem. That's that, and then we just need to if I take out the corner pieces, undo, yeah, so chiseling the bits is a little bit awkward, you know, getting some of these finer edge pieces can be a little bit faffy. And I think everybody's got their own little workarounds for the difficult or tricky bits. For me, it is connected material, because I can just come in and go bang, 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 bang. So as long as you're using connected material, you should be all right. It can be a little bit faffy. That's going. Oh no, we got away with that one. Oh, undo. Yeah, and the other, of course, other vital thing with chisels and bits is make sure you define your undo key. Okay, and there, there, and then last but by no means, well, actually not quite last but by no means least, there's a little bit of work we do need to do also on this. Now, I got away with that connected material hitting the stone that way, that on that one, but I don't think I would have get away with it here. But what we can do then is we can just bring this out a little teeny bit to give us a window ledge. And that again just gives it a little bit of dimension and makes it stand out a little bit more. Ah, right, so then we need to go and grab that, and what's going to be the easiest way of doing it? Well, the easiest way of doing this is probably going to be just jumping up on a nerd pole and doing a placement, because we can work the inside of this placement. I think that'll do us. I'm going to say I don't know what is a PNW. Okay, bit of that on there. We'll have a little bit of that on there. So that's all done. Then what I want to do is pretty much the same thing. This is going to be a bit more of a pain, because we need to do it from the outside, really. So I would say that was about right for there. And then let's just think this through. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. Oh, we run out. Damn it. Let's just do a quick undo. Grab some of that. Grab that. Get that one going. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And I'm not even going to bother with the top because it blends in anyway. The only thing we could do is there and there. So that gives us, yeah, about 8, give or take. That probably sounds about right. I have no idea, and if they don't, then we'll swap them out. It all depends if these are all dictionaried as Minecraft doors and if the NPCs are all dictionaried to use Minecraft doors. So yeah, probably not. Almost certainly not. In fact, let me get this done and we'll do a little bit of you. Not going to worry too much about the overhang on this one. We'll just get that in there. So note, don't do that. Can we do it? Appears we can. Ah, Oregon, the only place in America I've actually been. It was enough to put me off. No, I'm joking. Well, actually, no. America was enough to put me off America. Mainly because it was such a strange country. I mean, what is it with you guys and mashed potato at KFC? That is just not right. That is strange. Right, what am I doing? I'm going to take you and we're going to copy that, and then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Yeah, it's I just did not. I cannot fathom the thoughts of having great mashed potato and gravy with what is for me. Oh, hang on. Okay, no, that's additive. So if I do bum. Right, let's go make a new chisel, shall we? Getting there though. Yeah, see, we don't even have that as an option in the UK. We have fries, and then a side of baked beans or coleslaw or bloody sweet corn. You know, we quite literally do not have mashed potato as an option in our KFC menu. Actually, at the moment, given the slight cock-up they've made with their new supply system, is we don't actually have chicken as an option. I don't know if anybody's been following the news on that one, but yeah, the KFC in the UK implemented a new ordering system, and thanks to the efficiencies of it, shall we say, nobody could get chicken. I mean, it was quite literally a chicken-free environment. Right, we are going to take you and we are going to change you into an additive process, which should... No. Impose placement additive. Why you no work? I mean, we've got the bits. It's not a problem. It's just annoying. I thought that was supposed... Have I not got enough bits of that? Let me just check. I would have thought 1,000 of those was enough. We'll check it. Take you. You are definitely additive. No, that's not. That is definitely not how that works. I thought that was supposed to be an additive one. Oh, potato wedges. Yeah, I can definitely go with some potato wedge action right now. Okay, so we're going to just do, how many things were you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I go and take that out there, change you to that and that, then we can go to connected material, then we can grab this, we can pop that in there, and then we can go and get a copy of that, and we can replace that and that. Seemed a bit long-winded, but it worked. Right, and then we'll do similar here and here. Then we'll do the old take out a line. Let's try doing that properly. Let's try doing that properly again. No. Oh, hang on. All right, okay. And then we'll do connected material. That was just me clicking the wrong button, if you're wondering why that wasn't playing nicely. Yeah, they were. I can't imagine ever being so desperate for chicken that I considered it a police matter, but apparently some people did. Can I get away with that, do you think? I think I can, actually. Can you imagine if we had armed police responding? That would have been entertaining. Right, I'm guessing that I am shy of the glass pieces, so we'll do those. That should hopefully give us everything we need to finish that up. Right, let's go and have a look at this creation. I like to think that they're actually genetically engineering spider chicken, and it's chicken which has been genetically engineered with 8 legs to give you more drumsticks. All right, well I like that. That's good. I'm going to sort out my bits. Clear my inventory and pop the chisel stuff away. And there's one thing I want to sort out in there, which is, well, 2 things I want to sort out in there actually. One is the think about it, if you're going to genetically engineer a creature, a spider or octopus chicken would be ideal. You know, maybe combine it with, you know, I don't know, a bison, so you get a chicken with 8 legs the size of, you know, a large cow. You'd solve world hunger problems, you really would. Or gross them out, I don't know which. We should have over here a little bit of that and a little bit of that. Oops. And we can take, oh, I need iron from upstairs, don't I? God damn it. Iron isn't a problem. We've got iron for days now. We are sorted for iron. In fact, we will take that block of iron there. String should not be a problem. We should have string for days. String, there we go. And if we go and pop that, no, it's that and that together, we will get a whole bunch of candles. 4 candles if you're familiar with the sketch. Oh yeah, silk as thick as your thumb with the tensile strength of steel. Very handy stuff. Right, let's get these rustic candles. Can we get away with... No, not there anyway, that looks stupid. What about here? That kind of doesn't really work either. That needs to be a lantern more than anything else. So, but we can come in here, pop that, F7, and we can go and pop up. That's a torch. Candle. Damn torches. Are we done? It's good. We'll have one of those there, one of those there. That's all nicely lit up. Not taking that chance again. Okay, one there, one there, one there, one there, one there. Perfect. Quickly sleep. Yes, you do. They are there. Iron lantern, 2 iron and charcoal or coal. They will come into their own when we get into that. Now, I am tempted. In fact, I am going to. Because we need to go... Well, hey. You, madam, do not belong... Wow, one shot a witch. That's pretty good. Of course, the downside to one-shotting a witch is, apart from the fact they drop a little bit of glowstone, is they tend not to drop the potions because they get their potion from the effect that you put on them. So there you go. It's yeah, it's just a mechanic. I'm not entirely sure which mod adds that mechanic, to be honest. Right, let me get a little bit of that iron. Pour another block while we're at it, and we shall come down to our crafting table. We'll break that down. We'll get rid of you and you. That becomes no. Oh, hang on. There's a conflict, isn't there? Chain. Then we're going to make a whole load of those, more than I ever needed, but it doesn't matter. Because we're going to need these in here as well. So if I were to come from the middle, which is here and here, and get that in place, then we can... Now I realise that looks stupid because it's now burning the ceiling with a candle, but I really don't care. Yeah. So that is the chandelier. Yeah, there was, I'm trying to think which mod pack it was that had the possibility it was a sky block as well, which was wonderful, fun idea. You know, let's do... So if we pop one of those there and then just do that and date you out. Come here, and there. And then we can F7 and we've got a little bit of an issue there and there. Alright. One last thing to do. Oops. Alright, see you next time. Thanks for coming. And yeah, we shall go and make one last thing. Because, of course, there was a purpose behind this, and that was, as I said in the thing, a town hall. So we need to make a town hall. It helps if you can spell it. So it's chest, logs, and bricks. chest. 1, 2, 3. I'll try those. I don't know whether they'll work or not. Stone brick. Let's have a look. Well, that was lucky. Now it needs to be made in this crafting table here. Chest. Logs. Town hall, took it. Excellent. And the town hall basically is the centre of the town as far as ancient warfare is concerned. It will set the scene. So we're going to place this slap bang, and now that goes in there. This is Castle Valentine. The deaths, there are no deaths, and the range is 100, and then we can put food in there and the NPCs can come and get that food. Now they're not having the good food, they will get the bad food, but that is our town hall block. We'll probably decorate around that just to make it look nice, but yeah, I quite like this. That works to me. And obviously we need to work on this and other bits and pieces, but the other bits I need to do is obviously getting these walls complete, and making the damn place spawn safe would be a plus. But I think on that note we're going to call it a stream. So until next time, thanks very much for watching, guys, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.